All right, y'all, welcome back to this next part of this text editing video. So I just wanted to show you the next part about rasterizing and tell you about what rasterizing is when you're working in Photoshop. Basically, when you're working with like this text right now, it's live and you can make adjustments to things like the size and some of the other parts of it, like the actual style of the words and outlines around it and everything else. But when you rasterize an image, it gives you more of an ability to add different effects that you couldn't necessarily do when you're in this mode. So here's what I mean. First, I'm going to go, and anytime you're going to rasterize, you want to go to where it says layer. Because you're going to be working on the layer. I'm going to go scroll down to where it says rasterize text element. And what that's going to do is it's going to convert it from this kind of like live edit mode to a rasterize mode, meaning I can select it, change the colors more freely, and add more effects to it. So first thing I'm going to do is go to where it says select, and I'm going to click select all pixels. And sometimes one of the things I'm finding with this program is you may have to click in and out of a certain feature to get it to work properly. So try it maybe once or twice to see if it works, but you go to layer, rasterize, and you want to hit text edit. And let me try one other way. There we go. All right, cool. So when you're working, you want to be in the selection tool just before you go to like the select and then choosing all the pixels. Once you do that, you can change the color of everything individually by going to the paint bucket. So let's say if you wanted every other letter to be a color, you can do that and make it kind of change very simply that way. The other thing that you can do too is you can go to where it says image, edit and fill. And then you can fill it in as one color. So let's say I wanted to change this to light blue. I'm going to click light blue so it's there. I can do a blend mode or I can change the opacity, but I'm just going to click apply. And then all my words are instantly changed to a different color. So let's say if you wanted to do something else and have a little bit more fun, I'm going to go to not select all, but select pixels. See if it does it for me. There we go. So you can go to your brush tool right here, just your basic brush tool, and you can change the color. Let's say I'm going to change it to like a darker blue. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and you can kind of like actually draw our color in here if you want to. And what's going to happen is it's only going to affect the actual letters of like that are being kind of like highlighted right now or being selected. And you can add a different effect onto that. So when you're working in the live mode, you can't really do this kind of stuff to it. But when you're rasterized, you have a lot more freedom in some of the other effects that you can do. And then if I deselect and zoom out, that's kind of interesting. Some cool things happening there. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show you is how to do a gradient. So I'm going to select all of my text one more time. I'm going to go over to the gradient box right here, and I already have one up. You can choose kind of like any color that you want, but let's choose this color that kind of stands out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from left to right, making my gradient nice and long. And then when I let go, boom, you should see the gradient inside the actual design. So those are 3 different text effects that you could do to add actual different effects inside of it. And these aren't like the filters that we got to. This is just like text that you're working with. But I think I like my piece right now. It's looking pretty good. One last thing I can show y'all is if you want to go to select pixels one more time. And I think we can add an outline to our image. If you go to edit and go to where it says stroke, let's see if it reads it. Yep. And right now there's a blue stroke, and I'm going to change it to a white stroke. And there we go. And I have my best of the chance to wrap our album cover right there. So go ahead and give this a shot. Please leave me some feedback and let me know what you thought of this so that we can make it better for next time.